It's time. Time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, and roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. Back in Brooklyn, the Nets tip off the beginning of a homestand. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington. This is one fans have been looking forward to, Greg, for a while now. Two major star-studded teams ready to battle.
On paper, it's a very exciting matchup, and knowing these guys are ready to exceed all expectations, we could be in for a real show here tonight.
Now Curry, after the missed three from Vucevic, unloads Howard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And I have no doubt Howard is going to be a good offensive rebounder. The only question is how good.
And stolen by Williams. And that's good. Stephen Curry for three. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Not everyone has the green light to take that three in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
Irving's shot is good.
You know, Kyrie has so many options when he runs the pick and roll. He runs it to perfection.
You know, Greg, when Kyrie elevates off the dribble, it's a work of art.
He makes it look so easy, but that fluidity is the result of countless hours in the gym and perhaps an innate gift for the extraordinary.
And stolen by Howard. Outside Curry. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Just 5 on the clock. Another one falls for Washington.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Irving looking over the floor. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
James with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Walker a screen. 5 to shoot. Irving, good.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Now Curry. He has 7. Inside, Howard. Vucevic with the rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many of those, but it certainly happens and did there.
Pass to James. Ingram with the steal. Here's Howard. And it's Irving with the rebound. Nets trailed by 7. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The motor of Walker, keeping the possession alive, fighting for those points.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's Curry, who brings it up for Washington. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about Jalen Williams and what he wanted to see from his team defensively against him. He told me we just have to be aware of where he is at all times. The second you lose sight of him, that's when he'll torch you. We all got to be on the same page. It seems like Williams will be a central focus for them tonight. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thank you.
Despite the fact that LeBron James is now in the league for over 2 decades, he continues to dominate.
Now, here's ball. No scoring in this one. Just 5 to shoot. Curry's shot is good.
Well, everyone in the NBA understands that Steph Curry is the master in pick and roll. He understands to take what the defense gives him.
Here's Kobe. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
15. Now checking in for Brooklyn, number 1.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Bryant. Robinson pulls it in. Left side, ball. Williams with the steal. Here's Tyson. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Washington Wizards. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, very disruptive in that first period. They never allowed the offense to get comfortable.
Brooklyn trailing. Here's Irving. Pass to Christie. Lets the three fly. Good D by Williams.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Ball surveying the defense. And here is Harris. Lock at 6. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Finish off the break. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn.
You simply cannot give Kyrie Irving room to run in the open floor. This guy is a phenomenal transition player.
Over in the corner, Green. To the middle. Lays it up and banks it in.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Irving with the ball. 6 points for him. And too much time in the lane. They can call for the 3-second violation. And here is ball. Outside Williams. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Toppin. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Brooklyn.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition. Racking up steal after steal. Just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break. Taking those chances, playing with great pace.
And on the way from Irving for 3. His first miss, now 3 of 4 from the field. Outside, Green. Pass the ball. To the paint. And Ball slams it in.
Ball finishes with power. Not just going for the layup. Solid at throwing it down deep inside.
Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for 2. And teams are always looking for positional size. Doris, where is that most valuable?
If you look across the league today, Kevin, it's at every single position. Size and skill as a combination is very tough to beat, and teams are getting bigger and more skilled across positions now.
4 on the shot clock. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And yes, it's good.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Outside Irving. To the inside. Williams with the steal. Outside ball. There's 1:26 left in the second quarter. Down low. Tries again. Right side, Williams. To the inside. Rebound, Brooklyn.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Foul.
1:02 left in the first half. James with it. And it's Howard picking him up. A shot by LeBron, no good. Ingram wide open. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And the Wizards lead by 3.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
In the corner, it's James. No good with the triple. Here's Washington now. Here's Green. Nifty move. Outside Curry. Six to shoot. Back to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
And Howard's already got the footwork of a veteran. Pick and roll should be a go-to set for him in the league.
Kobe on the drive.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards lead by 3. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. Those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. Ingram outside. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Ingram's got 5 points so far.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon as the ball hits his hand.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Howard. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play.
15.
That one on Vucevic.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
But LeBron's playing days are over, and GA, who knows when that'll be. What will you remember most about his play?
You know, I don't think there's ever been a player who came into the league with such lofty expectations and not only met those expectations, but fair to say, he's exceeded them.
And Kobe drops them both.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
Harris outside. Back to Williams. It's Ingram on the wing. Kobe with the steal. LeBron with it. Well guarded by Dunn. Wizards leading by 5. And Dunn with the slam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. To the paint. And finished off by Walker.
When Jarace Walker stuffs it, we feel those pucks over here.
Here's Williams. Hasn't made one yet. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. It's Ingram on the wing. There's a screen by Williams. Back to Ingram. Nice D by Kobe. Nets trailed by 5. And so they choose to intentionally foul. And the Wizards making a change here. And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. On the wing, Irving. He's got 8. Pass to Williams. Good. Nice job down low.
That's just great savvy in a pick-and-roll situation run perfectly by Kyrie Irving.
Let's go to the sideline, and here's some news about Stephen Curry. Allie?
Thanks. I got some news from Washington's head athletic trainer. There's some pain in the chest area, especially when breathing. Right now, it's being called a bruise. They have given him the green light to return. They need his presence on the court, even if he's not 100%. We'll see how he handles it. Back to you.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report.
In real time, very hard to know how bad these injuries really are. Glad to know this guy's going to be back at it pretty soon.
Over in the corner, Green. 6 on the shot clock. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Drills it from outside. Dunn's got 5 points in the quarter.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Ingram. Fires top of the key. Rebound by Williams.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Out to the right wing. Back to Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Right side, Irving. Over ball. And so it's Washington holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Washington. Outside Curry. Curry! What else is new?
Boy, how fast is Stephen Curry's release on the catch. Wow.
In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Kobe. And it's Vucevic in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Good, and the assist goes to Bryant. Vucevic has got his first bucket in this one.
Well, Nikola Vucevic can score against excellent defense. That is a good finish in close.
And Howard with the stuff.
The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
On its way from Irving for 2. Here's Walker. And the layup's good off the glass.
And Walker with the size and strength to straight up move you out of his way.
Now Curry. Pass to Williams. Driving inside. And Vucevic pulls it down. Nets trailed by 9. LeBron outside. From deep three-point territory. Washington with the rebound. Outside Curry. To the middle. Pass to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Vucevic outside. Kobe Bryant, so good at finishing through contact.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Now here's Curry. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. DB, we saw a move by the league to let a little bit more contact go. Have they been consistent with that, or do you see some backpedaling at all?
I don't see any backpedaling at all. I think maybe the area where you most see this manifest is the point of attack dribble. That first dribble, defenders are really able to attack defensively. Listen, this is a hard thing. You want to bring more physicality back, but you've got to do it carefully.
Outside, Ball. Ingram with it. He's picked up by Irving. From about 19. Count it. Nice touch.
And this is Ingram's bread and butter. A terrific mid-range shooter who looks to score from there often.
Puts it right back up and in.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight. There's no doubt. But it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Washington Wizards. Outside Ingram. Here's Ball. Now Lively. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
This is why you let Lively go to work inside. Such an exceptional athlete.
Yep, that's going to go in.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat. And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Washington.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Stephen Curry.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
They double-team Curry. Green fire! Curry outside. Green outside. Trying again. Rebounded by Irving. And they recover it. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think,